Hey everybody, this is World War Guy here today, and today I decided to make a little video, as you can probably tell from the title, of certain oddities in my collection. So things basically that kind of pose of a question to make not what it is, but what's up with it. So really, I have a few items in my collection that at first glance you see what it is. When you go further into detail, there's a few questions to be asked about it. And so I'm going to go through every one of them, explain what it is, obviously, and then explain why it's in this video. And really the purpose of this video is hopefully you guys can teach me something, because all these things I'm not quite sure. Some of these things I do know the answer for, but for the most part it's just kind of like a question to you guys, the viewers. So let's just get started here. First thing, we'll start with this one, because this is what I got the idea for. So this here is just a regular pair of army leggings, size 3R, I believe. Now, you know, your basic leggings. But the reason why they're in this video is the color. I'm trying to show it in the light here. And if you guys can see, well, it's like a really brown color. And I have a pair of unissued ones right here. At least I believe they're unissued. And you see the color difference. You know, inside it's same OD3 color. This one is from, it looks like 1942. So you see it's just like a kind of a beigeish color, or OD3, but you know, kind of a beigeish color. And this one was brown. You see the huge difference. And I have other ones, and they all are closer to this color. Now, what I kind of came to conclusion with is it's some sort of field applied camo. As you've seen in my army impression, I kind of explained that I think they're field applied camo, because you know, you can see, especially here, there's kind of some spots of a OD3 color. I think behind here too, yeah, a little bit. So that's why I think it's a field applied camouflage. But at the same time, I'm not quite sure, because those who collect Marine Corps equipment, a lot of the field applied camouflage was with paint, like a green paint, and it would make the canvas harder, so it'd be a little harder to fold, you know, fold like that. So it's not paint, because as you can see, like this one, it's super not flimsy, but you know, it's not stiff or anything. So and kind of just a quick idea, I was thinking, well, maybe they used some shoe polish. You know, this is just the only one I could find right now. You know, but because on a bread bag that I have, I put some on there, and it's still flimsy, but it still has kind of like that camouflage to it. A little hard to see, but you can see the difference there. So I'm thinking that because it's still flimsy, but it still has that like brown color. But why would they take the time to put it all in the inside and really all over the place? You know, you'd probably just put patches of brown all over, and then also the foot wrap, the piece that goes under the foot is also brown color. So with those out of the way, maybe it's the factory that produced these like this. But like I said in the beginning, there's patches of OD3. So really, I don't know what else it could be, because paint, it would make it stiff, and then shoe polish, it'd be a big waste of shoe polish, time, and really there's no need to put it on the inside where no one's going to see it to begin with. And you see also spots inside of like an OD3. Maybe the spots are the, not the camo, but stains or something. So yeah, if you guys might have another reason why they're brown like that, please let me know. That's the purpose of this video. Next item, we'll go with this small thing. It's this medal. At least I believe it's a medal. I found this at a swap and shop in Belgium. Got it for 20 cents about. And it's World War I dated. So here's the front. Let's get that right, and it says SM Albert, Roi des Belges, so King of the Belgians. And then on the back, It says, "Soldiers, my place is with you at the battlefield at Newport, October 1914." And well, I don't collect medals to begin with. That's not really my thing. But since this was 20 cents and it's Belgian, I was like, why the hell not? And then the same year, I went to this Belgian museum of World War One, and we had a tour guide that I actually met over Instagram. That's a whole different story. But anyway, I brought this with me because I know he loves to study about World War One, especially on the Belgian battlefield. So I'm like, maybe he could know. And I asked him about it, and he looked at it, and he didn't know either what it was. And then he asked a friend of his, but he never got back to me with it. That's fine. My guess is this was given to soldiers who took part of Newport, the Battle of Newport in October 1914. But I'm not quite sure if it was given during the war, or is this like a post-war kind of like, oh, to all the veterans who served. Here you go. Here's a medal. I'm not quite sure. There's no ribbon. I assume there would be a ribbon on it. But yeah, that's just a little medal. I like it. It's neat. If you guys know more about it, for any of you World War One buffs, or even Belgian history buffs, or medal buffs, whatever. If you guys know more about it, please let me know. Again, that's the point of the video. All right, next item. We'll go with this bag that you guys see here. At first glance, it's a World War II British gas mask bag. There's not much to it. There's just a whole bottom. I put plastic in it, just plastic bags to keep it more full, so it's not flat. And side you have pockets and all that. Now on the front here, you have this symbol here. It's kind of like a T with two dashes across it, and that indicates the French resistance during World War II. But the thing that's kind of what makes you wonder is on the top here you have the guy's name, so Eddie Logan, and you have the word Spa, which is a city in Belgium. So really that, or my bad, it's Teddy Logan. I'm guessing this guy was Belgian, born in Spa, and then decided to go to France to fight with the French resistance. Because if I remember correctly, I read this somewhere a long time ago, and I'm not quite sure, so I could be wrong, but this is what I remember. The French resistance, as you guys know, was kind of like an organized resistance, while the Belgian resistance wasn't much of a organized group. It was kind of like small groups of people who would do different things, like a handful of guys doing one thing in this city and then another city and all that. So it wasn't a whole organization. I could be wrong, but that's what I remember reading. So really this guy there's a lot of different things. He could have been born in Spa and then moved to France and then joined the French resistance. He could have been in Belgium, decided to go to France to fight for the French resistance. There's not a lot of different things. So it's kind of like, well, that's weird. Why not just fight for the Belgian resistance or kind of start up your own? There's that. And then here you have these letters, CSLT. I have no idea what that means. Really, I could make guesses, but I'm not even positive those guesses would be valid. Like a unit. This is unit CSLT. I don't know. Names or initials. Yeah, I don't know. But that's about it. The inside just have the date. 1944. This one was produced. You have some markings there. But I'm not gonna go over the bag itself. It's mostly just the markings on there. So that's pretty neat. I actually got this the same place as I did with the medal right there. Same place, different seller. So that's pretty cool. There's not much to it. There's not much you guys probably guess. Say it's mostly just guesses. There's no hardcore facts, I don't believe. But yeah, that's pretty neat. There's nothing else to it. So let's move along. Next item here is an item I really like. As I said in, I think, one or two other videos, I'm not a huge bayonet collector, but this is actually one of my favorite bayonets in my collection. At first glance, it's a World War I Austro-Hungarian bayonet. This one's really cool. It's in sort of relic condition. The sheath is in relic condition. It's kind of rusted, dented, and all that. But there's a lot of markings on it. there's there. There's on the handle over here. On the blade. 1, 2, focus. There we go. On the blade. There's another 19 here. So this thing's has a whole bunch of markings. And as you can see, there's part of what's left of the frog, which is not much. I put some saddle soap to make it a little less brittle, you know. And the reason why this is in this video is I brought this to I would consider him a friend. This guy, he owns a shop, a whole bunch of military, and he's also kind of like a collector / historian. More collector, but you know. And so I brought him here to make sure it was an Austro-Hungarian bayonet, because that's what I thought it was after looking it up myself. And he confirmed it. But he said it was weird because normally there would be, I believe, a lug. Is that what you call it? I'm sorry if I'm incorrect, so correct me if I'm wrong. You know, it's like a loop that you'd put over the barrel of the rifle. So when you lock it on, you have the lock here. And then it also kind of supports on the barrel here. But he said that most of the time, if they wanted to use these as a knife, like a fighting knife, they would grind the loop down, which is what he believes happened here. Because as you can see, it's just a nub there. But then he said most of the time, they would fill this up somehow. I don't know with what, but they would fill it up. And he was kind of wondering, like, oh, that's weird that they would grind the loop down, but not fill this up. So that's kind of why it's an oddity. It's not a huge oddity. It's not a huge, like, wow, you look at that and that's really weird. But I thought it'd still be worth putting in this video. Because, you know, it's probably a lot easier to grind it down than to fill this up. But yeah, probably my best guess is just they didn't feel the need for it. Because, you know, it doesn't bother you when you hold it. So, but it's still kind of interesting. And then next item here, which is the last one. We'll move this out of the way because this has nothing to do with it. Is this. Now, this was also in my helmet video. It's a M42 German helmet. This one's in relic condition. There's still some of the paint inside. And, well, you're probably wondering what could be odd about it. I mean, it's all rusted and, you know, not usable. Well, yeah, I understand. But it's actually on the placement of holes. So you can see here, you have these holes on almost every side. Well, every side, I guess, for the liner. You know, the split pins for the liner. And you have two separate holes at the top here. Now, you might have noticed when I was turning around, there's kind of a distance difference. On this side, you have this really small distance. I don't have a ruler with me. Let's use the bayonet as a measuring device, I guess. So, you know, from the air vent to the split pin, you know, you see the distance. Should have brought a ruler. Now on this side, the distance is big. Ah, this is terrible. I don't have anything with me. We'll move along. But as you can see here, there's a bigger distance. You could use my thumb or my finger, I guess. So, you know, the tip of my finger to the air vent, you see that distance, and then here, we'll flip it upside down. Tip of my finger to there. See, it kind of goes where the finger bends here, like right there. While on the other side, it goes past it. So there's obviously a difference, and I have another M42, which is right here. 2 seconds. And this is an original M42, all original, so it's good for this video. And you see the air vents from the split pins are equally distanced. You know, we'll just use my finger again. The tip of my finger to the air vent, it's a little past the bending point here. And on the other side too, it's a little past the bending point. And so you look at this and it's like, okay, well, maybe at the factory they messed up, they mispositioned the helmet or something, but still, I don't know how the helmets were made, like how the vents were just punched in, but still, like, kind of makes you wonder, because that's a big difference. But that might be it. It might be the factory, they mispressed it, but at the same time, when you're on a factory line and every helmet's just passing by and you punch a hole, it'd be kind of weird that you know, it'd be till I don't know. I don't even know, because the machine would be set, the helmet would be set. You know, nothing would be, the machine wouldn't have moved really, or the helmet. At least I don't think. But yeah. So my guess is maybe this is a really late production war. You know, when they're just pumping things out, just get them out as quick as possible. But yeah. So that's the helmet, and that actually kind of concludes the video. If any of these you guys might have an answer to, or maybe an opinion or a theory, or alright, sorry about that cutoff. I know it's probably annoying, but I was about done with the video. I was just wrapping up. You know, if you guys have comments, I love reading them, so please comment, especially on this video. But besides that, if you guys enjoyed the video, you know, don't forget to leave a like and of course a comment. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, I try to post videos, you know, at least twice a month, at least. I sometimes do more. Don't forget to subscribe. And besides that, you guys all have a good day.